Hey everybody, Cinephile Mike is here, and it's day 37 of Oscar Rewind, my series of video commentary that reflect the past work of this year's Oscar nominees and winners. I dig deep into those IMDb profiles, and my hope is that you will discover a new older favorite or maybe revisit something you haven't seen in a while. As always, I'll be discussing the recent Oscar connection, awards history for the film, box office information, critical response, and as always, and most importantly, these reviews are spoiler-free. Now, before we jump in, do me a favor, click that subscribe button because you definitely don't want to miss anything coming your way on the YouTube channel with me. So, for our next pair of films in the writers category, I'm actually going to look at a pair of Disney films. Starting off, today is Disney Pixar's The Good Dinosaur. Released in the fall of 2015, this was Disney's big Thanksgiving release, as they were prone to have. The film, directed by Peter Sohn, had a massive writing team that included a story by Sohn, along with Eric Benson, Meg LeFauve, Kelsey Mann, and Bob Peterson, based on a concept by Peterson. Ultimately, the screenplay was written by LeFauve with additional screenplay material by Peter Hedges and Adrian Molina. Now, by the end of The Good Dinosaur's theatrical run, the film made $123,087,120 domestically, and an additional $209,120,551 internationally, for a worldwide take of $332,207,671. Critically, while positive, it was a little lower than most Pixar films. Based on 219 critical reviews, the film sits with a 76% critical rating and a lower 64% on the popcorn meter, culled from over 50,000 audience reviews. Award season-wise, the film could not crack the Oscar race, but it was a Best Animated Feature at the Golden Globes, the Critics' Choice, and there were some nods and wins at various festivals. Nominated for 10 Annie Awards, its sole win was for Outstanding Achievement in Animated Effects in an Animated Production, a category that is a strength, as it won 3 of its 4 nods at the Visual Effects Society Awards, winning Outstanding Visual Effects in an Animated Feature, Outstanding Created Environment in an Animated Feature, and Outstanding Effect Simulations in an Animated Feature. So, as it is Writers Month, you're probably wondering which name or names is amongst that long list I read. Well, it's for Kelsey Mann. Mann was a member of the writing team and the director of the Oscar-nominated and #1 film at the box office in 2024, Inside Out 2. Also worth mentioning, Meg LeFauve, a member of the story team here, was a member of the Inside Out 2 writing team, who was a previous Oscar nominee for being part of the writing team for Inside Out, the first one, which was nominated for Best Original Screenplay. So we have 2 connections here. So, The Good Dinosaur presents an alternate history where the meteor shower that was meant to cause the dinosaur race to go extinct actually bypasses Earth, and we see that the dinosaurs develop to become the settlers of the land. We have a family of Apatosauruses, or Apatosauri, led by Patriarch Henry, voiced by Jeffrey Wright, and Matriarch Ida, voiced by Frances McDormand. A pair of farmers, they keep the family cornfield as a means of providing a food source. They are proud parents of 3 newborns: Buck, voiced by Ryan Teeple as a youngster and Marcus Scribner as a teen; Libby, voiced as a youngster and a teen, so same actors, Malia Nipe Padilla; and Arlo, who's voiced by Jack McGraw as a youngster and Raymond Ochoa as a teen. Now, Henry has built a large, elevated corn silo to protect their crops from creatures that have been messing with their food. And once done, he places his mark, a footprint, showing that he has created something great. That is their family way. When you have done something great, you make your mark. Ida has done this. She has created the cornfields, and they look forward to their children doing the same. Now, jump forward a few years, Buck and Libby place their marks for being strong, providing members of the family. But Arlo was always the smallest and weakest and the most scared of the bunch, which is kind of ironic when you look at the opening birthing scene. He helps, but he's scared so much of even his own shadow. One day, his father decides to give him a new job that should hopefully help him make his mark, guarding the silo and killing the creature that keeps invading their food. The creature turns out to be a small caveman, or called cave boy, who will eventually be named Spot, voiced by Jack Bright. Letting him go because he doesn't have what it takes to kill him, which upsets Henry, he takes Arlo to find him and finish the job, or else all of their food will be at risk for the winter. While searching, a flash flood comes through, and Henry tragically dies saving Arlo. Very much, this is a Mufasa saving Simba moment. Soon after, Spot shows up again, and Arlo, blaming him for his father's death, chases him into the woods, but through a series of events, both Arlo and Spot will fall into the river and be washed away. Now a pair, Arlo needs to figure out how to get home, and he is trailed by Spot after saving his life. On his journey, he will come across other dinosaurs and other elements that threaten him, and Arlo will need to find the strength to make it back home while accompanied by Spot. I compared Henry's death to that of Mufasa, and tragically, that's not really where the comparisons to The Lion King end. Watch it and you'll see what I mean. Here's a good thing. Visually, The Good Dinosaur is absolutely stunning. There are some truly remarkable animated sequences that were probably incredible to see on a big screen. I remember I wasn't that impressed with the trailers and I wasn't really doing my critic work, so I missed this one in theaters. I watched it at home for this. And that said, this film, it's okay. It's a little derivative of several films we've seen before. I mean, I like the interesting reimagining of history that the dinosaurs are the dominant species, able to talk and govern the land, and the cavemen only make sounds and haven't developed their speech. I mean, the entirety of Jack Bright's vocal performance as Spot is a series of grunts and screams. Additionally, this allows other creatures Arlo comes into contact with having some laughs in the dialogue. There's a particularly cute scene where they come across a family of Tyrannosaur longhorn herders, which shows Sam Elliott voicing the patriarch Butch with his kids Ramsey and Nash, voiced by Anna Paquin and AJ Buckley. This family story, the three of them actually in that small blip, might have actually been a more interesting film to watch, as they are constantly at odds with a family of velociraptors that keeps trying to invade their land. But instead, we know that this is Arlo's journey, and we know you can probably predict how it's going to end. Perhaps part of the challenge for the weaker script, I just have to say, there were, again, so many people part of it. While ultimately the screenplay was only written by Meg LeFauve, there might have been too much input by the pair of additional screenplay material writers and the other handful of story folks. Sometimes less is more, and that's what we needed here. It seemed at times there were certain plot points to side stories that were kind of thrown in, served a quick purpose, and then we rushed to an ending, which doesn't feel quite earned for me. Look, it's cute. There's worse Disney films out there, and I know I'm probably sinning to say that. Mann and LeFauve are a powerful duo who have turned out stronger work. I mean, look at the Inside Out films. I think, again, too many cooks here in this kitchen. For me, The Good Dinosaur, it's a good middle ground film. It's a 3-star film. It's not bad, it's not unwatchable, and the stunning visuals and animation are so great, they just deserved a little bit better of a story. Now, if you would like to watch The Good Dinosaur, it is currently streaming on Disney+. All right, so tomorrow I will be wrapping up the week with another Disney flick. As always, if you like what you heard here, please make sure you've clicked that subscribe button, like and share the video, spread the word. You can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd, and find lots of great additional content on my website, cinephilemike.com. All right, happy watching, everyone, and until next time, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.